in the WNBA, but he did not really mention Kennedy Carter at all.
Kennedy Carter, once hailed as a rising star in the WNBA, has found herself on the sidelines, her career seemingly derailed by a single, reckless moment on the court. What was supposed to be another competitive game turned into a career-altering event when Carter pushed Caitlin Clark during a heated matchup. That split-second decision sent shockwaves through the basketball world, leaving Carter without a team and facing an uncertain future. But as the details emerge, it becomes clear that this wasn't just about one push. It was the culmination of a pattern of behavior that alienated teammates, coaches, and league officials. During a high-stakes game between the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever,
stated as well, no qualifying offer sent out to Kennedy Carter means she will be a free agent to test the market.
Caitlin Clark was on fire, delivering an incredible performance that left opponents scrambling. Frustration built on the Sky's side, especially for Carter, whose emotions got the better of her. In a moment of anger, she shoved Clark, causing the entire arena to fall silent. The referees immediately deemed it a flagrant foul, calling the move unnecessary and reckless. But the consequences of that push went far beyond the court. It became a defining moment that exposed deeper issues with Carter's attitude and professionalism. What followed was a media frenzy, with commentators, fans, and analysts dissecting the incident. While some argued that it was just a mistake in the heat of competition, others pointed to Carter's history of conflicts and poor conduct as evidence that this wasn't an isolated incident. One scout described Carter as radioactive, a term that would stick as teams began distancing themselves from her. Despite her undeniable talent, her reputation as a problematic player overshadowed her abilities. Carter's troubles didn't begin with the push. During her time with the Atlanta Dream, she was suspended mid-season after a reported altercation with teammate Courtney Williams. The Dream eventually traded her to the Los Angeles Sparks, but the issues persisted. Carter found herself benched for poor conduct, and after another lackluster season, the Sparks released her. The Chicago Sky took a chance on her, but even they couldn't look past her behavior. When Carter pushed Clark, it wasn't just a mistake. It was the final straw in a long series of incidents that painted her as a liability. The timing couldn't have been worse. Caitlin Clark has become a transformative figure in women's basketball, bringing unprecedented attention and revenue to the WNBA. Her impact on the league has been nothing short of revolutionary, with record-breaking attendance figures, skyrocketing merchandise sales, and increased TV ratings. Clark's jersey has become the top seller in the WNBA, and her ability to draw fans has revitalized interest in women's basketball.
This lady is potentially, allegedly, possibly about to get the biggest payday of their lifetime, with the NBA stepping in to help them get this new collective bargaining agreement.
In this context, Carter's push wasn't just seen as poor sportsmanship, it was perceived as an attack on the league's brightest star. The fallout for Carter has been severe. The Chicago Sky didn't just bench her, they cut ties entirely, letting her walk without attempting to trade her or secure any return. For a player of her caliber, this was almost unheard of and signaled just how toxic her presence had become. Other WNBA teams quickly followed suit, with no franchise willing to take a risk on her. Even international opportunities, once a refugee for players seeking redemption, may be out of reach as Carter's reputation continues to precede her. Adding to her challenges is the growing emphasis on professionalism and positive role models within the WNBA. The league has worked hard to build a brand that celebrates talent, sportsmanship, and empowerment. Carter's behavior stands in stark contrast to these values, making her an outlier in a league striving for progress. Her refusal to apologize or take accountability for the push only further alienated her from teammates and league executives. The push wasn't the only incident that raised red flags. Reports from the Chicago Sky's locker room described a toxic atmosphere, with players reportedly pushing for Carter's departure even before the incident with Clark. Teammates labeled her a locker room cancer, and her social media posts hinted at tension and frustration. The lack of support from her peers speaks volumes about the impact of her behavior on team dynamics. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's star continues to rise. Her influence extends beyond the court, reshaping the economic landscape of the WNBA. Clark's ability to attract new fans and sponsors has forced the league to rethink everything from player salaries to TV contracts. She's not just a player, she's a phenomenon, and the league's future is being built around her success. Carter's push wasn't just an act of poor judgment, it was seen as jeopardizing the league's momentum, making her actions all the more unforgivable. As Carter faces an uncertain future, the question remains, can she redeem herself? While some players have managed to bounce back from similar controversies, it requires a combination of humility, accountability, and effort, qualities Carter has yet to demonstrate. Her talent is undeniable, but in a team sport like basketball, attitude and character matter just as much as skill. If Carter wants another chance, she'll need to prove that she's learned from her mistakes and is ready to be a team player. For now, Carter's career hangs in the balance. Without a team willing to take a chance on her, she may need to look overseas, where she previously found success in Turkey. However, even international teams may hesitate given the baggage she brings. The path to redemption is narrow, but not impossible. It starts with taking responsibility for her actions and making a genuine effort to repair her relationships with the teammates and the league. The story of Kennedy Carter serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of professionalism, both on and off the court. In the high-stakes world of professional sports, talent alone isn't enough to guarantee success. Attitude, accountability, and respect for the game and its players are equally crucial. Whether Carter can rise above her past and rewrite her story remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, the road to redemption will be anything but easy. What do you think? Does Kennedy Carter deserve another shot, or has she burned too many bridges to come back? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on this evolving story.